Okay, so I wanted to talk about this book that someone wrote. This guy was a muckraker. We're going to talk about what that means in the future in more detail. But basically, it was his job to investigate things that were going wrong in companies. So he would show like the corruption and things that are horrible. So he went into this meat packing plant. They just package meat to sell to businesses and to people. And this pig meat, cow meat, usually those types of meat. Um, so he went in there, and what he witnessed when he was observing and looking at everything was horrid. Everything that he looked at and saw in these plants, he put into a book. Now I know we've been talking about working conditions, but we're kind of leading up to talking about things that go wrong in these factories that are going on, not just the working conditions, but also other things that go wrong in these factories. So that's what this was about. So his book, it's called The Jungle. It talks about all these horrible things. So what you have to read for today's assignment is all these excerpts, which is basically pieces from his book that talk about what he saw. So you're going to read it and prepare yourself to be surprised. It's horrible. One thing that I wanted to mention, that like some of these factories where they have like a huge vat in the middle of their factory where they grind up all this meat into smaller bits. If someone were to trip and fall into this, I mentioned in the reading that like it might take a while for him to get fished out. But like, so him, if anybody got their fingers stuck, any human body parts that would be found in the machinery and be like put in with the meat, they left it there. They didn't care to take it out. They just left it there. So human meat would be found within the animal meat. Nasty, right? Oh man, it's prepared to lose your lunch.